And welcome to a new video about s&box and VR. And this time we're going to talk about how to grab and throw an object in VR using s&box. So if you watched the last video, which is by the way linked in the right upper corner, you already know that there is a basic VR setup. Let's just walk through it again together based on the s&box scene staging, which can be found on this GitHub repo. There is a scene in the scenes folder, which is called test VR scene, which is the scene we're seeing here. And the VR setup is already in there. So there's the player, which is the VR anchor. There's the camera, which is the VR head. And there are models for the left and the right hand, where the left hand still has a small issue. I will try to solve it within the next video, but let's just cope with it. There is also the right hand model. Everything is set up so far. And when the headset is connected, for instance, via Steam Link, you see a little VR symbol in the upper right corner. There is currently no grabbing mechanism integrated into the engine as far as I know, so I quickly wrote it myself. And to use that, we'll have to add a cube, for instance, to the left hand, or to the grabbing hand. I added it to the left and the right hand, and you can see it here. It's just a box. Model renderer turned off. The box is a trigger box, and the boundaries are aligned to fit the hand into it. You can see it perfectly because of the lighting situation, but I'm pretty sure you can at least imagine it. And the same goes for the right hand. And there is a component, I called it the VR hand trigger component, which will take care of it. Walk you through that in a moment. And there is a cube over here, which is our grabbable component, which has the tag grabbable. In this case, it's important because I'll filter on that grabbable tag afterwards. There is a model renderer, there is a collider. Very important if you want to have your object affected by gravity. This is not allowed to have the trigger set here. And there is a rigid body where gravity is turned off and motion enabled is turned on, so we can grab it and throw it afterwards. So let's get into detail. There is first of all the VR hand trigger script, and on the hand model is the VR trigger grabber, where I can say, okay, which is the left hand, where is my trigger zone? And I just parented the VR hand trigger, which is actually the trigger zone, into that object. Let's have a look at the scripts. So first of all, the VR hand trigger is just a component with the trigger listeners here, and I keep track of all the objects that are currently grabbable by that in the list. And every time I enter a trigger, I'll check if that object is grabbable and if that object has a rigid body. If yes, and if it's not already in our list, I add it, and the other way around on trigger exit. If the exited object has a rigid body, I will remove it from here. You can also just check for contains here, but I decided to go for the check again because the rigid body could be removed or something else. Depending on your gaming logic, you can just change this. And on the hand itself, there is the VR trigger grabber, which first of all checks if it's the left hand and has a link to the trigger zone as we saw before, the temporary held object, temporary rigid body, and the hand position and velocity for calculating when throwing. So first of all, I'll check my hand velocity every frame and save my last hand position exactly for that. And if the trigger zone is not valid, I'll just return because there's no need to calculate more. If it's valid, I'll check if it's the left or the right hand, and if the grip state is active, you can also change this as you need for your own game logic. And if grip is pressed and there is no held object at the moment, I'll try to grab from trigger, and the other way around, if it's not pressed and there is a held object, I want to release it. On fixed update, when you're familiar with Unity, it's the same here. I want to move my grabbed object, and I want to move it with the rigid body movement, and I want to move it and rotate it with the rigid body transform methods. So we'll have to do that on fixed update. If it's valid, we'll smooth move and smooth rotate it along with our hand position. When grabbing, I first of all try to remove everything that's not valid from the held object. It's just a safety method, and I'm trying to get the first one, which is the nearest by my hand. And if I have one, I'll set the held object and the rigid body, and I even trigger the haptics. This worked. This didn't work in my case, so I'll have to check that. But this would be my first approach, depending on documentation. Let's see if I can fix it. Maybe just the pages are wrong, but we'll see that. And I want to disable the gravity on my rigid body so it may follow my hand around while being grabbed. And the other way around for release, if everything is valid so far, I re-enable the gravity, tick the checkbox, clear all forces that are on my rigid body at the moment, and set the velocity to the hand velocity. This may not be the best way to solve it, but it works, at least with the controller. When dealing with hand tracking, there is still, the movement still feels unnatural, but I will try to keep that improving. This should just give you an idea what's possible and how easy it actually is to have simple grabbing mechanic. And of course, resetting the object and the rigid body at the end. Well, that's actually it. We have the cube, we have our hands, we have a simple, very simple grabbing mechanic, and the physics system itself from s&box is already pretty good. So you can hear the clonk when the cube hits the ground. And well, that's it for this short video. Please like, subscribe, and become a channel member. I'll try to post as much as possible, especially regarding s&box and all the XR and Unity stuff that's coming up. And I'll see you in the next video, I guess. Bye bye.